Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors unto the apostles at Great Millstone, and honors to all you brothers out there, highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. And today, we the brothers, man, beginning with the apostles of the Lord, man, I've been prophesying of this time to come, the time of Jacob's trouble, where the devil, as it is written in Revelations 12:12, which I'll get that, shall come down upon you tribes, and even a lot of their own people, but we're focusing on the you tribes because that's what we're concerned with, in warning you. The devil's going to come upon you with great wrath. Alright, this is Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. You see, that includes you Israelites, and of the sea. Okay, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. And these people, they read that, and where it says devil come down unto you, they read it as if that means the devil is physically going to come down. No, that represents like when you say, I'm going to be on that guy like a ton of bricks. Or you're getting on someone. Basically, you're putting someone under pressure. And that pressure is going to come at the point of the barrel of a gun. Of the sword. Alright, that's this devil's going to come down to you having great wrath. The martial law troops are going to come down. And basically, they're not going to accept no dissidence. No disobedience. And if you're on their list for death, the red list, they're gonna go to put you to death. And that's when you Jakes are gonna find out that your part in society is not a VIP role. Your part in society is that of a prisoner of war, and you're gonna be treated as such. When that time of martial law comes, you Israelites are gonna find out that you're still captives and you're prisoners of war. And you're seen as an enemy element which has been subjugated within their society. Because that's what you are. You, no matter where you are, no matter what your position is in Esau's society, at the end of the day, you're an enemy combatant that had been subjugated, okay, and assimilated into their society. You're an enemy element. You're a prisoner of war. You just don't know it, but they know it. Alright? And I want to get another scripture real quick. Okay. In the book of Ezekiel. Because we've been saying that this martial laws and the mark of the beast and all these things have been coming for a while now. And a lot of you Jakes that have been listening, you're desensitized. You think it's a joke. Or these Jakes will come up and say, oh, the end of the world, people have been talking about that for 2,000 years. Well, the time's coming where the Lord is going to basically put an end to that proverb. All you guys that put far away the evil day, the Lord's going to put an end to that philosophy. Harshly. Alright? Ezekiel 12:22, it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? To them therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. So you Israelites ain't going to be able to say real soon that these prophecies are vain, because you're going to be living it. But say unto them, the days are at hand. The days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. We're in that generation where these visions that were brought out thousands of years ago are going to come to pass. For there shall be no more vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. Like these cats like RUIC who are telling you about 10 years, 15 years from now. That's a vain divination, man. We're telling you that destruction is imminent, man, and that's the truth. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, in our days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord. So you got the prophets, the beginning with the elders, the GMS. They're the ones that have been out there pushing this thing, guess what? In their days, in our days, those of you that heard this prophecy coming out, and we're telling you that it's going to go down, it's going to go down. Okay, these prophecies are not going to die with us, man. So you better take heed, man. Now let's get into, I've got 2 articles I'm going to read from. The first article is from the Dave Hodges Common Sense Show. Alright, and it says, how fast can a strip mall be turned into a FEMA camp? And the second one is from the All News Pipeline. It says, FEMA camp malls going up across America as bottom falls out and we reach the event horizon. So what you gotta understand is Esau, he ain't gonna just build a concentration camp and put a big sign on it saying concentration camp. Now he's gonna build it, right? But basically mask it as something else. That's the event. That's called surprise. That's the art of war, deception. Because they are at war against the common man, especially you Israelites. All right, all these major malls, same over here in the UK, same in Europe. All these major malls, all these major schools. A lot of these schools now look like fucking prisons, man. All you got to do is put some razor wire up on the fence. They got electronic gates and electronic doors. Everything's locked electronically over here now. Like a lot of these schools now, these all these sports stadiums, like you know, Wembley Stadium and all that. They're basically martial law centers. It ain't gonna take long for a few troops to put some barbed wire up and station some men, and you can concentrate people in them places, man. They got medical centers in there and all that. All right. Now, so we're gonna read this article, and just to show you that the so-called the average the truther, the so-called white men, among them you got Edomites that are waking up and they're in a vigilant spirit and they see danger. But you Jakes are in a fucking slumber, man. Even among you Jakes that are supposed to be the most awake, so-called the black unconsciousness niggas, you niggas ain't talking about the FEMA camps. That's because you see a nigga is not designed to be vigilant. You know why? Because you've been programmed by the so-called white man to be easily malleable and controllable. The so-called white man does not want you to be vigilant, efficient, productive. Because you can't have an enemy combatant, a prisoner of war that is within your borders being vigilant, productive, efficient, and serious. So he pushes out that vibration of slackness. Of you know, what are these niggas on about? Pyramids. You know what I'm saying? While Esau's building concentration camps for their ass. It's amazing. Alright, so I'm just gonna read through this article, man. And I'll post the articles in the link. Alright, so it says, in response to yesterday's article, which demonstrated how many malls are being constructed with guard towers, I received the following response in which I was quoted and then chastised. Alright. Following this report, Herb Lane followed up with some very disturbing information about this development. In Herb's photos, they clearly show guard towers. Unfortunately, these photos could neither be print screened or converted to a JPEG, and as such cannot be reproduced here. How convenient. After reading today's article, the gentleman will have absolutely no trouble understanding just how grave the situation is. Not only will this individual come to appreciate the danger that we are under with these developments along with the concurrent rollout of Jade Helm, he will also learn how quickly a strip mall can be converted to a FEMA camp. Guard towers in Marana, Arizona. So this is down there in Arizona, man. Hey, and the Lord, hey, look, man, this Jade Helm thing, look, let's be honest. The martial law is going to roll out across the whole of America. It's going to roll across the whole of UK. Okay. It's going to roll out across the whole of France, but they're already positioning soldiers in certain places, man. But if the Lord's with you, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. All we got to do is warn our people, man. And if you have the elect, you going to make it. All right, so yesterday I put out a request for southern Arizona residents to investigate the construction of a new suspicious mall which is being constructed with guard towers like so many other shopping centers and strip malls in Canada, the UK and the US. So like I said, you see, people look at it as a thing, this is just an American thing. No, the same thing they're doing in America, they're doing the same thing in the UK, they're doing the same thing in France, they're doing the same thing in Belgium and all these different places across the world. But they pass in the same legislations, but they give them a different name. Because all these elites, their plan is worldwide. It's not just in America. All right? Why do you think they got these series of terrorist attacks that's happened across Europe? And now they got unmarked plainclothes soldiers all over Europe at different sites and all. Look, man, it's all set up, man. It's all set up. Just like the other day, they had this shooting, and it just happened to kill 30 British tourists over there in Tunisia or whatever the fuck, man. That was all set up, man. All right. It says Brian Nelson was among several people who descended upon the mall to bring the members of Sheeple Nation the truth about what plans the globalists have in store for millions of Americans. It says here, "Hi Dave, I read your article today and was running errands when I remembered you were requesting photos, blah blah blah." And you'll see some of the photos flashing up on your screen, man. And you can blatantly see they got guard towers, man. Right? And train tracks. Alright, now I'm gonna read this. It says, "Do you think these soon-to-be FEMA camps are just an isolated phenomenon? The following was sent to me by a reader in Tampa." This is Tampa Bay, Florida, I believe. It says, "Hi Dave, I was shocked at how many towers there are with this new mall. My husband said the towers are just popular right now, right? And for the wrong reason, I told him. At this point of construction, if I didn't know it was going to be a mall, I don't think I would have guessed it from the looks of it. The location is conveniently just off I-75 and approximately 25 minutes north of Tampa. Tampa is home to MacDill AFB, which is where CENTCOM and SOCCOM are located. Keep my eyes open in Central Florida for you." So these crackers, they're watching what's going on. But you niggas are lost. That's why, man, 230 you niggas, man. You walking into destruction, man. That's why we're only concerned about the elect, man. You ain't gonna get no Jake go and be taking. "Oh man, that looks like a concentration camp." Nah, Jake could just be like, "You can't wait to go McDonald's, man. There's a new Foot Locker gonna open up there," or some stupid shit, man. Jake could totally been just designed to be a fool, to be a monkey, to be the laughing stock, man. I mean, I was watching that movie. I ain't finished watching it, man. I was watching that Fast and Furious, and that movie is basically making mockery of you Jakes, man. Cause they show you how the top dudes, the MI6 and all them dudes, look at you Jakes like, how the fuck is they man even surviving? And you had Tyrese in that film like a damn fucking buffoon, man. Because that's how they look at you Jakes. You Jakes don't really get into nothing, man. You Jakes talk a lot of shit. You do a lot of rap videos and you shoot a lot of bullets, but you don't even know how to shoot a gun. You don't know how to hold a gun. You're not no trained killers. Esau's the one with the trained killers. Niggas have got killers, but you ain't got no trained killers, because you niggas are not designed like that. You not got that. Esau ain't instilled that productive, efficient, serious spirit inside you. You got that foolish Tyree spirit. Bunch of niggas from the street. You ain't shit, man. They sending a couple SAS teams, and you niggas are gonna get weighed in. You niggas better wake up, man. Stop playing games out here, man. Alright, that's why a lot of you niggas are gonna die in mass when they send in them teams, man. Because them teams are trained killers. Them guys are around the world killing people every fucking day, man. Okay? They know how to shoot. They know military tactics, man. That's why they try and kill off Jake that come out the military. Because them Jakes, they train them Jakes how to do shit. But the majority of you Jakes, you just hip-hop babies, man. Fools. And that movie just shows you how they make mockery of you. The guy said, "Oh yeah, now that I've met your team, it's even more amazing how you manage to do anything." They're taking the piss out of you Jakes, man. Alright? Saying you niggas are a bunch of bumbling buffoons. Okay? It says there, I was not deterred. I said, hold on, let me get this bit there. It says, "Are we to believe that all across this nation, that city and county code inspectors are requiring the construction of guard towers for new malls and retrofitted closed malls like I showed you a couple of days ago in Washington State along the Canadian border? Or can you now wrap your mind around the C word? C as in conspiracy against the American people." Hey, that's that Rex 84, man. And that Rex 84 proves that you niggas are nothing but prisoners of war. Because that's how they look at you. That's why they have a plan specifically for you niggas and you Hispanics too. Originally, it was called the King Albert's plan, and then it was amended to the Rex 84 in 1984, because of the influx in Hispanics, they had to include you light skinned niggas, right, in the function, man. And they tell you about how they got leaders set up, and the leaders that they've set up are the first ones that gonna get put into them camps. Okay, his Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are an enemy element among the so-called white men, first and foremost. Okay, you're just prisoners of war. Says most of you know the look you get when you honestly try and convince a member of the sheeple nation that America is on life support and that tens of millions are in grave danger because of Jade Helm and the proliferation of the conversion of everyday structures into FEMA camps. Along these lines, I was recently speaking with a friend of mine from Tennessee and began to point out how bad things in this country have become. Inevitably, the discussion began to center around the subject of the unwarranted detention centers called FEMA camps. My friend rolled his eyes and repeated the national anthem of all sheep. I didn't know you were one of them conspiracy theorists. He couldn't hold back the laughter. But you know what? Because the Lord don't want the majority of people to see. If the majority of the people woke up to this Trojan horse, to this sword that's being sharpened, you do something about it. That's why the Lord only wants a certain amount of people, eyes to be open to what's about to go down. Because really, the Lord wants the majority of you people out there to get caught out there. The Lord loves surprises. Like that's how you make a good horror film. When people get surprised, when shit comes on their ass out of nowhere and they jump. Okay, the Lord loves that. Alright. Now it says, we're reading on. Need to get rid of it. Okay. It says that I was not deterred because I was at home and I had my evidence and I thought the evidence was irrefutable. Most of you could write the following paragraphs. I asked my friend if he knew that American citizens for any reason or for no reason whatsoever could be detained under the NDAA and sent to a FEMA camp. He said that the government would never use the law against American citizens. Unfortunately, the evidence suggests otherwise. Because the majority of these people, they're in a trance, man. They're on the heavy, they've been drinking that overproof, man. They're under some heavy witchcraft, man. And their eyes are shut, they're darkened, man. To the level where they're like frogs in a pan, and the heat is getting turned up, and they ain't gonna know till it's too late, till they get boiled up. So that's why we only had to concern to warn the elect, man, of Israel, to these things, that they may fear the Lord and seek Him, and follow after His name, man, and believe in His Son, which is Yahweh Shai. That's why we do this, man, because we already know. Okay, it says, how fast could a strip mall be converted into a FEMA camp? It says here, I showed my asleep friend a leaked document in which KBR was telling its subcontractors to be prepared within 72 hours of notification to provide essential services to FEMA camps, such as installation of barbed wire, blockades, personnel, food, water, and sanitation services. That's all it needs. I published a notice 3 years ago, and one of my readers, Richard Firth, forwarded an email he sent. The documents listed KBR official Bob Seifert and asked him for an explanation which could justify the fact that KBR document was informing subcontractors to get ready to man the camps. Surely I thought this would convince my friend. Below is the email exchange, which we ain't gonna read all that. Alright? But you see, man, they've been conditioning and preparing you people for this thing for a while now. And it's going to come to a point where the Lord's going to say, look, man, enough is enough, man. And unleash that sword, man. Right? Unleash the so-called white man on you motherfuckers, man. There's going to come a point where the number is sealed. Once the number of men that the Lord are looking for is sealed, the Lord don't give a fuck about the rest of you people. It's crunch time. It's meat grinder time. And that meat grinder is going to come down. And a lot of you are going to die by the way of the bullets in the martial law. A lot of you are going to be suffering in them camps, getting tortured. Okay? A lot of you are going to die in the race wars. A lot of you are going to die from starvation. A lot of you are going to die, get drafted, and die in the World War III. Or die in the midst of bombs dropping on your ass, man. A perfect storm of death is coming for you, man. Alright? If you don't repent, man, and return unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai through Yahweh Shai in truth, man. Not in lies, not in half-truths, in truth. Alright? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. It's a quick update on that, man. You know? So, with that, I'm going to say shalom.